Hello everyone, happy Monday, the 7th of April. I hope that you are all well. Owen Jennings here, your spiritual guide and divorce empowerment coach, coming in with the energies of this week up until Sunday, the 13th of April. So, have you felt a shift over the weekend? I think the portal day on Friday, I think it was the 4th, was quite powerful. A lot of beautiful angelic energy coming in. The Schumann resonance jumped off the scale a little bit over the weekend as the Earth also makes its own healing steps forward and shifts energetically. So it was quite a high intensity shift, which is nice, but it can also mean that you may have felt it possibly in your physical self as well as your emotional self. So this week is all about showing up differently. So we've had the eclipse portal. Mercury goes direct today. Venus will go direct at the weekend. We've got full moon coming up. So this is all about showing up differently. So in the eclipse portal, the idea was we'd make some changes and we'd see perhaps where we were repeating the same patterns, had the same limiting beliefs coming up, maybe stuff from our past was coming up. And we realized, what we needed to stop doing. And now we need to take action on that to fully embody it. And if you're still a bit confused, just going into, the energy of what would my higher self do? What would my soul want me to do with this? Okay, because we're very much now in that place of only doing things if it aligns with your higher self. Okay. So that's the main energy of this week. But just as a nod to what's going on with the planets, we do have Mercury stationing direct today, which is good news. And that in that retrograde period, you may well have been having, those negative thoughts showing up again, and making that realization they weren't helpful. So now it's about, trying to change that if you haven't already. We're still in the shadow period, so there could still be some bumps along the road for the next couple of weeks, but not quite so bad. And then Venus is going direct at the weekend along with the full moon. Now, Venus is obviously the sign of love. I think it's also the ruler of Libra, and the full moon's in Libra. So there'll be a focus on relationships. So again, we've been looking at relationships, haven't we? What works for us? What doesn't work for us? Who is still with us, kind of thing? Who are we still vibing with? Who aren't we vibing with? What do we, or who do we need to let go of? With love, of course. So it could get pretty intense at the weekend with the full moon and Venus going direct as well. There could be some realizations about your relationships. It's not a good time to sort of have a major argument, but it may well be that you make some decisions. Okay. Having said that, there's another energy coming in this week, which is new starts in relationships or new connections, new relationships. And there's also an energy of trying to get some more balance in your life. So let's just bring in my guides and see what they have to say. Extra to what I'm saying here. Just to remind you as well, following on from Friday's post, I do have a membership group, which is called the Empowered Woman Rises. And for those of you that bought my Oracle card deck, it's a chance to go deeper each month with one or two of the cards. And we have a live call once a month when we look at the meaning of that card or cards, what the meanings are for us, and we go deeper with that, and we do some healing, channeled messages, that sort of thing. and it's been going now for a couple of months, and it's really starting to find its place. And I just know there are more of you out there that this would benefit. The first month is free, so you can sign up, and if you don't like it after the first month, you can leave, but I'm sure you won't want to do that. So I will put the link above this video so that you can check it out. The reason we're telling you is our next call is next week, 15th of April at 8 p.m. and I'd love to see you there. But there's also a private Facebook group where there's other content, and that will continue to grow as we develop the group and I feel into what the members' needs are. Okay, there's £27 a month. If you sign up, as I said, the first month is free, and if you sign up for 12 months, it's only 270, so you save £54. Okay, and again, the first month is still free with that as well. Some lovely ladies in the group. Thank you to those people who have signed up for my Diamond Light Healing evening. That is completely sold out now. But we still have the Akashic Records evening coming up on the 15th of May, and there are a few spaces left if you're interested in that. Right, let's bring in my guides generally. Hello, it's a pleasure to be here with you all today. Yes, so things picking up speed in your world right now. Some of you may be feeling this energy of things changing quickly, and maybe you're feeling a little bit separated from everybody else, or a little bit untethered, shall we say. But actually you're not. You are more tethered than you've ever been. You've done the work. You are changing on every level. There's a beautiful fresh new energy coming in, and that brings with it a fresh new you, a new perspective, a new way of looking at things, a new way of doing things. And that has happened through this intense period of the eclipse portal, various planets being retrograde, etc. So now is the time to really dig in and take action, which is an alignment with what feels right for you. Now, this is, sometimes that sounds scary, doesn't it? Because it can feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to change everything. But you don't. This could be just little things to your daily routine, doing things differently, pattern breaking, doing things that you haven't done before. Because you are not the same person as you were a few weeks ago, most definitely. So what is it you could do differently? How could you show up differently for yourself? And it's very much about coming from a place of self-compassion and self-love. And what do you need? Having spent years of your life probably looking after everybody else's needs, what do you need right now? What is it that you need to do to nourish yourself, to nurture yourself, to show yourself you are worth it, that you have value, that you should put yourself first. And the mind monkeys that come along with Mercury retrograde, it's time to let those go as this planet goes direct. And hopefully you've noticed where your mind plays tricks on you as well in that period, so that when that happens again, because it will, because you're human, right? You just check them. You just go, oh, yes, well, I've heard that before, but I don't believe it. I'm doing things this way now, and I'm perfectly safe. Because often it's the ego coming up to try and protect you in some way, right? There's a feeling here. There is an emphasis on relationships this week as well, because you've got the upcoming full moon in Libra, which is often about relationships. It's also about balance as well, of course, and Venus is going direct, so it's maybe that's at the weekend, so maybe leading up to that you may be evaluating or re-evaluating some relationships as well. Now, there's no need to fight and argue. It's just really about realizing who your energies are still in alignment with, whose energies you're not in alignment with. And this will also bring new possible new relationships in, not necessarily romantic. It could well be a business relationship, a new friend, somebody who shares the same interests as you. Because as you really align to your new way of being, you're letting go of the old, leaving the past where it needs to be. And that makes space for new, more exciting opportunities to come in. But Libra also reminds you about balance. Where is your life still a little bit out of balance? Are you still, really, really busy, and do you need to bring more calm and peace into your life? Or are you not busy enough and you need to increase that? Just have to see where you are with that. Libra always takes a balanced approach to everything, and it likes beauty. So maybe surround yourself with some nice pieces of beauty, maybe flowers or whatever it is that gives you a sense of we were going to say worth, but we actually mean a sense of being in that beauty. It's a great week for clearing things out, as with every full moon, like literally a declutter or a rearranging maybe of your home environment and your work environment. So all these things are going to help you with your clarity, with your intention setting, with taking the steps that you need to take to follow through now with what your higher self wants for you. All right, there's no going back really to being the old version of you. You will feel uncomfortable in that old version, so it's now time just to go for it. Okay. We believe Mercury's in Pisces for a little while as it goes direct, so that's kind of still that dreamy energy, but it will be coming back into Aries, which is all about taking action. All right, so don't forget as well, the balance is about balance your intuition and your logic too, because if you can balance both, you really have got life sorted. Okay, we're not saying logic should go out the window, not at all, but also balance it with your intuition, and as we've said, what your higher self and your soul is calling you to do. All right, so it's a good week, it's positive, so we wish you well, and we hope you have an amazing, fulfilling week. All right, so hope that made sense. You may also feel like you want to do something, something that's been on your wish list. That was something else that came in whilst I was in that channeling state. So I know some of you got children at home for the holidays, but I hope you enjoy that if you're home with them, and just have a wonderful week. And you know where I am if you need any clarity or guidance. And I'm always open to having an initial chat to see if I can help you, which is free of charge and absolutely no obligation. All right, so I'm sending you lots of love. Have a nice week, and I will be back next week. Bye for now.